Hello guys, this is Doronsmovies and this is an intro that I have not used in years. So a lot of people have asked me what I think about the Shadowlands, and generally I would record these videos, I would edit the videos, I write the scripts, and it's usually about the lore. But in this one I just wanted to do sort of an off-the-cuff video, just face-to-face sort of a talk, just me talking to you guys and giving you my honest thoughts on the expansion thus far. So as you guys are aware, Shadowlands has been released and there is quite a big drought going on, and with a drought comes in the negativity, which I gotta say by this point, negativity is sort of like the natural state of the Warcraft community, but at the same time, I gotta say there's definitely valid concerns. Like 10 years ago, people were still hating the game, that the Lich King sucks and all that, but there weren't as many legitimate concerns, but right now there are. So I wanted to, instead of like spreading negativity about the game, I wanted to sort of do like a constructive criticism and just give you my thoughts on the expansion thus far, because honestly, like completely honestly, I actually like this expansion. Like it's actually a good expansion, but there's some quite big problems thus far. So I guess we can start off by me giving you sort of my thought process of how it started. So as Shadowlands was announced, I gotta say I didn't really like it. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. There was this Sylvanas was defeating Bolvar, and once again Blizzard is coming up with some crazy concept, because I was thinking, oh no, this is Warlords of Draenor once again. You know, when they went something crazy like alternate Draenor, alternate universe, yeah, I was thinking we're going into the afterlife, and Sylvanas is once again overpowered. Like, how far are you gonna keep pushing this character? However, about half a year later, or I guess a year later, when these afterlife videos started getting released about Bastion, Uther, Arthas, and all that stuff, I was actually starting to get super excited about the Shadowlands. I felt this hype that I haven't felt in years for Warcraft. Like, I generally, like before, like maybe 7-8 years ago, I was really playing the game all day. I was crazy about the game. Then sort of my interest kind of comes and goes. Like, for example, Warlords of Draenor was kind of the turning point, but in Legion I was super excited, then I got a bit bored. Then I was excited Battle for Azeroth, then I got a bit bored, but like the hype wasn't there. However, the hype I felt with Shadowlands is something that I have not really felt in years, and there was actually a lot of good story writing. Sure, kind of risky, but there was actually a lot of interesting stuff going on. You had like this new jailer guy, we got these characters from the past, and he's imprisoned, there's this possible Titan interference and all that stuff. So I gotta say it was really interesting, and well, I guess the expansion was released, and I actually got super into the game. Like, this is something that I have not done in years. Like, when I actually, like, I can't wait to finish work to play Shadowlands. I was super excited. I really couldn't wait for them to release any new information about the game. I was playing all the time. I was doing quests. I was reading about all this stuff. Like, I know when I'm interested in something, it's when I'm reading, when I'm not playing the game. Like, when I'm checking out forums, Reddit, or when I'm just like, when I find a quest and I want to know who this is, and then I go to Wikipedia or something like that to like get the backstory, that's when I'm really excited. And this feeling kind of held me for maybe 3 months, I guess maybe February, March at the latest, I guess. And the thing is, like, after that, like, my interest kind of just was going for like this, and then it kind of like just dropped. Like, there's really nothing to do in the game. Like, that's kind of the biggest issue. The thing is, like, since I make a lot of videos, I got a second channel as well that I gotta keep pushing. Yeah, I played the game quite casually, maybe for a few hours. When I was excited about the game, I was playing for quite a bit more. But the thing is, I don't really PvP. I'm not in a raid guild, so I don't raid, and I don't really have time to raid. And honestly, like, the only content I can do is, well, I could quest, I could do like the daily, not the dailies, but yeah, the types of dailies, like the world quests. I could get the Covenant stuff. And the thing is, like, I did all that. I leveled up the Covenant. I did all the LFR. I defeated an Atreus like million times. I pretty much did everything there is to do in the game. And the thing is, like, there's really no point in me logging into the game anymore. Like, there's really nothing to do. Like, the only thing I could do is, I guess, level up my followers, but that kind of got boring after a while. So yeah, the thing is, as you guys are aware, the drought is definitely a big problem. I think it's a serious problem for this expansion, because the thing is, like, we had these droughts before, but like, WoW has been dropping interest, and they really need to push the hype going, because the game is obviously losing interest. I mean, you can check that with like YouTubers, like even with my videos, like when the expansion was released, like the interest was crazy, the views were crazy. Everything now dropped like 50% because people just don't really care about the game anymore. They're probably gonna care once a new patch is out, but there is really not that much else you could do. So my thoughts are that honestly, like this patch should have been released around April. Generally, like if you play casually, you could finish everything maybe by February for like maybe 2-3 months of content. Then they should have released the patch in April, and then we got this all new content, and that would really keep the hype going. I think the hype is definitely dying down. Like, I'm still excited about the game because I'm making videos, so I'm constantly following the story, but I don't feel like the hype is completely there. I think it kind of waned for me as well, because really, like, you built all this stuff, why do you gotta have it quiet down? I think this is a way too long to wait, because at this point, they still have not announced the release date, so it's probably gonna be July, August, which is quite a long time because, as I said, you can complete the content in just a few months. And another big problem is, this is a tendency that Blizzard has been doing for years now. They rush the story. This is something I don't really like about them. I don't know why they keep doing this, but this is something they have done since Worlds of Draenor around that time, because Worlds of Draenor was... This is also something I'm worried about. I really don't want Shadowlands to be new Worlds of Draenor because, as you guys know, they pretty much cut half the expansion, so we had only like, 2 patches? If you can't even count one. So there was barely any content. That is what worries me about Shadowlands, because it is 9.1, the very first patch, and we are already facing off Sylvanas, already facing off the Jailer. Like, when the expansion was released, I was thinking maybe we are gonna be fighting the Jailer in 9.3, maybe Sylvanas in 9.2, but 9.1 is gonna be something in between. But it's 9.1, we're already facing off the Jailer, there's already this Arbiter thing, so I feel like they already rushed half the expansion. Honestly, like in my opinion, 9.1 should be 9.2, and there should have been 9.1 patch that does something else. Now, of course, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, because, of course, we will fight the Jailer. They said we will defeat Sylvanas, but I don't know if we will actually kill the Jailer. I'm guessing we will face him off once again, and there is a chance that 9.2, 9.3, 9.4 could involve some other force, maybe the Void Lords, maybe the Light, maybe the Titans, maybe the first ones were Elune. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can be going on, but I gotta say, like, to give you my complete honest thoughts, I actually love the expansion. Like, it's a great expansion. There's a lot of content. The problem is, there's not actual content to do. When I say there's a lot of content, I mean there's a lot of potential, but there's not a lot of content. Like, they built up this story, they built up this hype, there's a lot of things they could do, and right now they're kind of just stalling it. And as I said, the biggest concern right now is I'm worried that they're gonna cut the expansion short, because maybe next year they'll announce the expansion, and I really hope there's gonna be 9.3, 9.4. I really hope they don't do like 9.2 and that's the end, and then we face off the Jailer and then we do something else. So I rambled a bit here. I'm generally not used to talking in videos like this. I generally script everything out. But yeah, my honest thoughts, expansion is good. There's a lot of potential. The thing is, there's also a lot of risk. I haven't mentioned that. There's a lot of risk because they built all this story, but then I feel like with Shadowlands, they could mess everything up, but they could also make something great, because they built all these characters. They're playing with artists, they're playing with Sylvanas, they're playing with the Afterlife. A lot of potential, but a lot of risk. So they can either make this like a great expansion, or they could completely ruin it, like with some stupid redemption storyline or something crazy, which I gotta say I'm honestly worried about. But as I said, the expansion so far is good. There is a lot of negativity. That's just the natural state of Warcraft. And I really don't want to spread negativity. I actually, as I said, I'm positive about the expansion. I think the story is gonna be good. Like, when the expansion was released, I made this video how I said the lore was actually great, and I still think it is. The lore so far is awesome. There's a few smaller issues, but the actual lore is pretty good. But the big issue is obviously the content drought. Just Blizzard, please just give us more content. Like, we need more story, we need more something to actually do, because I think this expansion could be deadly, as I say, for Warcraft, because if they mess up an expansion after expansion, the hype is just gonna keep falling and people are just not gonna be playing the game, because Shadowlands did build a lot of hype, it built a lot of momentum, it built a lot of steam, and now they're just kinda letting that go away, which is unfortunate. So I guess I rambled a bit too much. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you tell me what you think about these videos. I could maybe do more videos like this where I actually just do like a face-to-face, like complete honest talk with you guys, not really scripted or anything. I could do something more in the future. Also, you guys can check out my second channel, Dorons Academy, for videos on real-world history and science. It's something I'm going to keep building. I've stopped it because I'm really pushing the videos on this channel thus far, but I got huge plans for that. I plan to record videos like this, like with my own face, and I got this entire set that I'm probably going to use for these videos. So you can also check out Dorons Academy for videos on history and science. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and see you in the next one.